Proverbs 28, Phase 1. 1. The wicked flee even when no one is chasing them, but the righteous are as confident as a lion. This teaches that guilt produces fear, even without threat, while a clear conscience produces steady confidence. Sec. When a land rebels, it has many rulers, but stability comes through a leader of understanding and knowledge. This is saying chaos multiplies the changing of leadership, but wisdom brings lasting order and continuity. A poor man who oppresses the weak is like a driving rain that leaves no food. This teaches that oppression is destructive regardless of social status. Suffering does not justify cruelty. For those who abandon the law praise the wicked, but those who keep the law resist them. This is saying moral compromise always aligns with evil, while obedience creates resistance. 5 evil people do not understand justice, but those who seek the Lord understand it fully. This teaches that those who seek the Lord gain true understanding of justice, while the wicked do not. 6. Better is a poor person who walks with integrity than a rich person who twists his ways. This is saying integrity outweighs prosperity every time. 7. Whoever keeps the law is a discerning son, but one who associates with gluttons brings shame. This teaches that discipline reflects wisdom, and unchecked appetite reflects dishonor. Whoever increases wealth by exploitation and interest gathers it for one who is generous to the poor. This is saying unjust gain never lasts. God redirects it in time. 9. If anyone turns away from hearing the law, even his prayer is offensive. This teaches that God does not accept prayer divorced from obedience. 10. Whoever leads the upright into evil paths will fall into his own trap, but the blameless will inherit good. This is saying deception rebounds, but righteousness is rewarded. 11. A rich person may seem wise in his own eyes, but a discerning poor person sees through him. This teaches that wealth often masks foolishness, but wisdom exposes it. 12. When the righteous rejoice, there is great glory, but when the wicked rise, people hide themselves. This is saying leadership reveals character through its effect on others. 13. Whoever conceals his sin will not prosper, but whoever confesses and abandons it finds mercy. This teaches that repentance, not concealment, opens the door to grace. 14. Blessed is the one who fears the Lord always, but whoever hardens his heart falls into trouble. This is saying reverent humility protects. Stubbornness invites collapse. 15. Like a roaring lion or a charging bear is a wicked ruler over helpless people. This teaches that corrupt authority is predatory by nature. 16. A ruler who lacks understanding multiplies oppression, but one who hates dishonest gain will prolong his days. This is saying wisdom restrains power. Greed accelerates downfall. 17. A man burdened by bloodshed will be a fugitive until death. Let no one support him. This teaches that one guilty of bloodshed will live as a fugitive, and others are not to support or protect him. 18. Whoever walks with integrity will be saved, but whoever walks crooked paths will suddenly fall. This is saying those who walk in crooked ways will suddenly fall, while integrity brings safety. 19. Whoever works his land will have plenty of food, but whoever chases fantasies will have plenty of poverty. This teaches that diligence produces provision, illusion produces lack. 20. A faithful person will abound with blessing, but one eager to get rich will not go unpunished. This is saying patience invites blessing, greed invites consequence. 21. To show favoritism is not good, yet for a piece of bread a person will do wrong. This teaches how easily integrity can be sold when desire is unchecked. 22. A greedy person rushes after wealth and does not know that poverty is coming upon him. This is saying greed blinds a person to their own future ruin. 23. Whoever rebukes a person will later find more favor than one who flatters with the tongue. This teaches that truth builds trust long term. Flattery does not. 24. Whoever robs his father or mother and says it's no sin is companion to a destroyer. This is saying entitlement toward family is still theft in God's eyes. 25. A greedy person stirs up conflict, but whoever trusts the Lord will prosper. This teaches that desire creates strife, trust creates stability. 26. Whoever trusts in his own heart is a fool, but whoever walks in wisdom will be delivered. This is saying self-trust without wisdom is deception. 27. Whoever gives to the poor will not lack, but whoever hides his eyes will receive many curses. This teaches that generosity protects, indifference condemns. 28. When the wicked rise, people hide, but when they perish, the righteous increase. This is saying evil suppresses life, but its removal allows righteousness to flourish. Phase 2. Historical and cultural anchorings. Proverbs 28 reflects a society shaped by covenant law, communal responsibility, and visible consequences of leadership. Ancient Israel understood that rulers, judges, and heads of households directly influenced stability or chaos. Justice, integrity, and obedience to God's law were not abstract ideals. They determined whether communities flourished or fractured. Economic life was deeply tied to land stewardship, honest labor, and care for the vulnerable. When authority became corrupt, people suffered. When righteousness prevailed, society prospered. Modern application. Today, Proverbs 28 speaks clearly to personal ethics, leadership, and cultural systems. Guilt-driven fear still haunts those living dishonestly, while integrity produces quiet confidence. Modern greed, exploitation, and favoritism may appear more sophisticated, but their outcomes remain the same: instability, division, and eventual collapse. The chapter challenges readers to reject self-trust, resist get-rich-quick thinking, and embrace faithful work, generosity, and repentance. Whether in homes, churches, businesses, or governments, righteous character still shapes collective well-being. Linguistic anchorings. The Hebrew language in Proverbs 28 relies heavily on stark contrasts: bold confidence versus fear, integrity versus corruption, diligence versus fantasy. Many verbs imply ongoing action, emphasizing lifestyle rather than isolated choices. Words associated with trust, fear, and wisdom describe orientation of the heart, not mere belief. The Veritas 365 translation preserves these dynamics while rendering them in clearly contemporary language that communicates cause and consequence without dilution. Theological anchorings. Theologically, Proverbs 28 underscores God's moral governance over both individuals and societies. Obedience opens the way to understanding. Rejection of God's instruction corrupts prayer and perception. Repentance invites mercy, while concealment invites stagnation. God opposes exploitation, favoritism, and pride, but supports generosity, humility, and justice. The chapter reveals that divine blessing aligns with integrity rather than power, wealth, or self-reliance. Key themes. Integrity and courage. A clear conscience produces strength. Leadership and influence. Authority either stabilizes or destroys. Repentance and mercy. Confession restores. Concealment corrodes. Greed versus trust. Desire for wealth blinds. Trust in God sustains. Justice and generosity. God defends the vulnerable and opposes exploitation. Closing thought. Proverbs 28 confronts the illusion that success can be separated from character. It teaches that fear, greed, and corruption carry internal consequences long before external judgment appears. Stability, blessing, and confidence grow where humility, repentance, and faithful obedience take root. The chapter invites readers to examine not only what they pursue, but how and under whose authority. Reflection prompts. Where might fear be revealing unresolved guilt or compromise? Are there areas where self-trust has replaced reliance on God's wisdom? How do your choices affect those under your influence? What step of repentance, generosity, or integrity would realign your path today?